Well, the Lakers dropped game 1 and played a pretty terrible game while doing it, so that means this series is over, their season is over, and they should simply give up, right? No, definitely not. Despite what NBA Twitter might be saying or have you believing, that's not the route they will take, nor should take either. And again, yes, they did play a terrible game out there, playing poorly offensively, defensively, and simply put, not matching the Wolves' energy nor physicality on the court, which led to them getting bullied around the rim, getting played off the court in the open court, and simply not being able to keep up. And well, you can't have that during a playoff setting. We've seen what happened to them, and we've actually seen it in the past before too, both to the Lakers and to Luka Doncic-led teams. I mean, dating back to 2020, the Lakers have lost a number of game 1s and still have come back to win the playoff series, including their first home matchup with Portland during 2020, losing that game 1 but still winning the series 4-1, and then with their second round matchup in 2020 against the Houston Rockets, losing that game 1 but also taking that series too. Or then for Luka Doncic, having a record of 2-7 in game 1s and still winning more than half of them. So yeah, hope is definitely not lost here. Between Luka Doncic, between LeBron, between the Lakers in general, they have a pretty good track record of coming back from it. Not saying they'll definitely win this series, but I'm definitely not counting the Lakers out, especially if they correct a few things, many of which I think they can do and are fairly easy for them to fix if they commit to doing it. And well, simply put, gotta start with their energy, effort, intensity, and physicality on the court. No matter what way you cut it, not gonna beat a playoff team with that kind of energy they played with, especially not a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, letting a team drop 25 fast break points on you, that's the recipe for disaster. Then add in the 11 offensive rebounds, getting beat around the rim, getting bullied around the rim. That's not going to lead you to many wins, and again, not during a playoff setting, especially not against a big physical team like Minnesota. And then the worst part about it for them is the fact that it wasn't guys like Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, or Naz Reid really doing the damage or really bullying them that much around the rim. In fact, it was guys like Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, and Dante DiVincenzo, them fighting hard for second chance points, McDaniels having 4 offensive rebounds alone, getting 6 points from them, and simply working harder than them, both around the rim and then in the open court like I mentioned. Minnesota having 25 fast break points in this one, about 10 more fast break points per game than their average. In fact, they were a bottom 5 regular season team in fast break points per game, so that's never going to translate to a win against them. Letting them get in the open court, letting them outwork you, not even their big guys in their front court, but then their backcourt and guys that are not really physical in general. So yeah, definitely not a good start for them. Not matching their energy on the court, not matching their physicality, neither against their front court nor backcourt. And well, that did not lead to a happy JJ Redick or LeBron when talking about their effort and energy. And here's what they had to say about it.
The start of their run was transition and a second chance. And if you look sort of at, the effort offense areas for them, they ended up with 25 fast break points, which that's always skewed by the counter, so it's more than that, and 23 second chance points. So, the schematics wise in the half court, we'll take a look at everything and see what we want to tweak and all that. That's hard to overcome, particularly when a team is shooting like they were shooting tonight.
LeBron, both AR and JJ mentioned that they felt like one of the factors tonight was the physicality being something that maybe caught you guys early on in the game. Were there any things that you saw that gave you belief that you figured out how to counter that as the game went on that you can take into game 2?
Well, definitely. When you play in a Minnesota team, they're going to be physical. That's what they bring to the table. Maybe it took us one playoff game to now get a feel for it and know what the type of intensity, the type of physicality that's going to be brought to the game, but that's just the way they play. So we should be more than prepared for that on Tuesday night. Like I said, sometimes it takes a quarter, 2 quarters, a full game to get used to playoff basketball once again. So it shouldn't be no surprise on Tuesday.
Again, you are rarely if ever going to beat a team playing with that kind of effort, especially a playoff caliber team, and obviously a playoff team like the T-Wolves, who are very physical and play with great energy most of the time, if you play like the way the Lakers did, which they found out pretty quickly at that. But apart from energy on the court and simply about their physicality or what they gotta clean up in that regard, talking more about their defense and scheme on the court, one thing I gotta point out, and one thing that was pretty obvious last night, was their overhelping on defense. I'm not sure why they're doing so much of it. Lately they've actually been really good with it, and especially with their small ball lineups, helping a little bit and forcing a pass, but then not getting too far away from their matchup to not be able to recover. That's been something they've been pretty good at, but then completely fell apart in game 1 in regard to it. I mean, even guys like Jared Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith, both of which are great help defenders and great at doing that in particular, were not very good in game 1, leading to Minnesota knocking down 21 3-point shots, again some of which were in transition, but letting guys like Jaden McDaniels go 3 for 3, Julius Randle even go 4 for 6, and go 4 for 9, and a few of those were contested, or then even off the bench like Naz Reid going 6 for 9, many of which were completely wide open. According to a tweet here from Keith Smith, the T-Wolves of their 21 3-point shots, 27 were classified as completely wide open, 15 were classified as open, and 0, literally 0 were classified as coming against tight or very tight defense. So if that's true, and I would not be shocked about it, that's something the Lakers definitely have to clean up. Not overhelp on defense, not commit to doing that too much, and get back to playing more disciplined defense, helping out a little bit, and especially on guys like Ant, but not get too far away from the 3-point shooters. No, they might not shoot that well again, it's pretty rare, but when you're giving them completely wide open shots, guys like Jaden McDaniels, Ant, Mike Conley, Dante DiVincenzo, and Naz Reid definitely can and will make you pay for it, which I hope they learn their lesson for in game 1. But after that, talking more about their offense here and their offensive game plan, it felt like the only thing they went to and the only thing that worked for them in their offensive game plan was attacking Rudy Gobert with Luka Doncic. I mean, sure, that worked great during the first half and especially during the first quarter, Luka having 16 first quarter points, many of which were either directly on Rudy Gobert, him switching onto Luka Doncic, or simply Rudy Gobert pick and roll plays, which led to Rudy Gobert having a flat 0± rating in the first half, only playing 12 minutes and having 3 personal fouls while doing it. Yes, that worked, but pretty much everything else in their offensive game plan did not work. Whether you're talking about Austin Reeves, not really getting him involved and not really attacking the offense with him that well, him shooting 1 for 6 from the field during the first half, 0 for 2 from 3, LeBron not playing that well in the first half, not getting an offensive rhythm, and not really being a big part of their game plan or nothing that really worked with him. Pretty much nothing worked for them apart from Luka Doncic pick and roll plays and trying to attack Rudy Gobert. So they definitely gotta diversify their game plan in game 2, not only defensively but definitely offensively too, finding different, better ways to get Austin Reeves involved, LeBron involved, and in a better way compared to game 1. Not simply with pick and roll plays or catch and shoot and playing them off the ball, but going back to more of their horn set in my opinion, between the 3-man game of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves, whether it be Luka as the primary ball handler, Austin as the off-ball mover and either catching it for a 3-point shot or for a cut behind LeBron. Simply an example here, don't have to go to exactly that set or even the horn set in general, but simply trying to diversify their game plan, getting those 3 going a bit more, not only Luka Doncic, but all 3 of Luka, LeBron, and Austin, and then even for other guys too. Trying to do different stuff with even Jackson Hayes on the court. I mean, the guy barely played, only 6 minutes, and I feel like there should be more of that. Not simply to match the physicality on the court or height and size on the court, but even incorporating him more within their offense. No, not him isolating or anything, but more Luka Doncic pick and roll. If Gobert is going to continue to switch, which he did show during the first quarter, that might lead to more alley-oops for Jackson Hayes and with better ball movement on the court. Not simply isolation, not simply high pick and roll and then Luka isolation after that point, or driving kick game, trying to diversify their offense a bit more. So I'm definitely hoping to see that in game 2. And with all of that in mind here, definitely a lot to clean up, but definitely not impossible if you ask me. Simply playing with better energy and physicality would do a lot for them. Then with a little bit of scheme stuff, better play and better performance from Austin and LeBron alone, better defense, not letting guys like Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, and Julius Randle have the same type of game and giving them completely wide open shots, That right there would do a lot for their team, and it's very possible for them to do it. But what do you guys think? What do you think is most important for the Lakers to clean up in Game 2, and what should they make a priority the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one, and if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.